That's better. Brothers, sisters, comrades and friends, welcome to Bat Country. I'll be upfront. Honesty is, after all, the pathway to sobriety. This video will contain a plug to an event that I'm involved with. It's called Beer to Soberton, and it's in May in the UK, May 17th. This is not in any way a sponsored video. I'm not accruing a fee or taking any money for doing that. I just want to mention up front that I'm going to be talking about that in the later part of the video. And there's a link in the description if you can't wait to hear me talk about it. Go and check it now. Before that, I want to talk about Dry January. Dry January is just a marketing event by Big Sugar to sell more mocktails. Dry January has been around for a while, but it was 2014 when it was kind of codified into a real event. You might not be aware, because when marketing is done well, you shouldn't even notice that it is marketing. But Dry January is actually a trademarked event, a campaign to raise awareness by the UK charity Alcohol Change UK. And that charity is doing probably the best work in the world right now regarding alcohol management and social issues surrounding alcohol. Dry January is a registered trademark, as weird as that sounds. But that doesn't mean they're going to sue you for talking about it. I mean, that's the point. Alcohol Change wants you to talk about it. And that's a refreshing attitude. I was once sued by the estate of Albert Camus because I put his quote, "The only way to deal with an unfree world is to be so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion," into an ad for a double-ended dildo. I'm still bitter about it. Suing somebody for using that quote is hardly in keeping with the spirit of the quote. It's a bit like going to jail for stealing a copy of Grand Theft Auto. Anyway, I digress. Lots of people do Dry January, and lots of them fail. But most, I think, succeed. Because, to be honest, for most normal people, by which I mean non-suicidally spiralling alcoholics, to go one calendar month of the year without drinking, it's not that hard. It's not that hard to go 4 weeks of the year without getting shit-faced. And of those who succeed, a minority of them will go on to achieve long-term sobriety. They will make the decision in the course of Dry January that the benefits are so valuable to them that they wish to continue. The first day of February comes round and they realise that they haven't been fired from their jobs for a change, and they're not getting divorced, and they accidentally set fire to fewer expensive things. February 1st comes around and they realise that they've lost weight and they have more energy and clearer cognition, and they want that to continue. And that's what we want as sober people. We want other people to enjoy sobriety and to proselytise about its benefits. Not too much, we don't want everyone to become like vegans. We don't want everybody to do Dry January and then start going around telling everybody, "Oh, I was a hedge fund manager, but I did Dry January and now I'm a massage therapist in Bali and I only eat moss." But sober people, we like to surround ourselves with other sober people who are happy about their decision to be sober. Let's get more of them on board. Not too happy about it, that's suspicious. Anyone who is very happy is suspicious to me. But just as it's consolation to have another fellow in your pain, as Chaucer said, it is also affirmative to be surrounded by happy people who are happy because they made the same choice as you. Am I making any sense at all today? It's fucking January 11th and I feel like I've got sunstroke and I'm talking nonsense. I hate filming on my own. I feel like a fucking knob. Because of the nature of the content that I make about sobriety and positive life changes, I get served a lot of kind of pseudo-inspirational content in my own feed. I'm exposed to a lot of well-being and mindfulness gurus. The kind of people who tell you that the first thing you need to do when you wake up, before you do anything else, before you even go for a pee, is just go and stand outside for 15 minutes. Or about how you should eat a clove of raw garlic every day. Or how we should pray to Sol Invictus Mithra. Or they're always trying to push some kind of revolutionary THC adjacent psilocybin for sobriety or whatever. I hate all of that shit. All of that stuff is noise to me. It's all nonsense. But occasionally, a little bit of it crawls under my skin and it sticks and lodges itself in my brain like a tick. And then I try it and I discover that it works. And one of those techniques, one of those sobriety tips is voluntary discomfort. Voluntary discomfort is a tenet of Stoicism, a school of philosophy which I find myself increasingly drawn to, and you've probably heard me talking about more and more recently. My alcoholism has a distinctly self-destructive edge to it. In fact, to me, it's never about the alcohol itself, never ever about the actual drink. It's about the obliteration. That's all. And that itch is never going to be scratched by saying the Serenity Prayer, or taking a deep cleansing breath, or by rearranging my furniture, or whatever it is that 20-year-old sobriety influencer says on Instagram after typing 5 tips for sobriety into ChatGPT and then recording the answers to a camera. I'm drawn to pain and suffering as much in sobriety as I ever was in alcoholism. It's still a part of me. Today I just express it differently. I need that voluntary discomfort sometimes. Ice baths and cold showers. Lifting very heavy weights and getting the shit kicked out of me at kickboxing. All of these things are me giving expression to that self-destructive urge. In a perverse way, I like being injured. I like having bruises to poke and sore muscles to complain about. It makes me feel in my body. And today I'm cycling 80 kilometers through the mountains here, while my left arm is so badly dislocated at the elbow that I can't even straighten it. Look. And this finger is broken. And I don't care. I know that's weird. I know it's weird to like being injured. But liking being injured is kind of a microcosm of addiction in general, isn't it? To enjoy the thing that hurts you, or to at least convince yourself that you enjoy the thing that hurts you. It is weird. But to be sober, I have to be weird. I have to be weird. Look at us, we're all weird. We're weird people in recovery. We're weird people. I mean, look at you. I can't say that. So lean into it. Be weird. The only way to deal with an alcoholic world is to make yourself so absolutely weird that your very existence is an act of sobriety. I'm gonna have to get that tattooed on me. For me, cycling is part of that voluntary discomfort. Long distances, steep hills, big crashes, that kind of thing. The sense of challenge, the sense of an itch being scratched, that's cycling. I'm proud of my ability to cycle, to love cycling. It's a big part of my identity. And I'm also very proud of my sobriety. I get a sense of accomplishment every day that I remain sober. So sometimes, instead of punishing myself for having been an alcoholic, I feel the urge instead to celebrate the fact that I am sober. That's cathartic. Celebrating your sobriety actively is cathartic. And as I said at the start of this video, I'll be doing that in May in the UK. And maybe you'd like to come along. Organised by the alcohol-free travel company We Love Lucid, and very specifically by Lauren Bernison, who established We Love Lucid. We are doing a one-day, 120-mile bike celebration, challenge from the town of Beer in Devon to the town of Soberton in Hampshire. And since I started off by talking about Dry January, let me now address those of you who might actually be doing Dry January. If you're having success in Dry January and you're starting to see the benefits of it, then why not continue? Why not continue staying dry and then celebrate with us in May 17th. Extend Dry January out till May and then potentially for the rest of your life. And celebrate your sobriety on the South Coast with We Love Lucid and the Beer to Soberton bike challenge celebration thing. I love this project, this event. The route we're taking is itself symbolic of the journey to sobriety. It starts off with a very tough uphill section, then it kind of plateaus. And then for the second half, the last half, is much easier and long, but beautiful as well. It's perfect. Hit the link in the description if you would like to find out how you can take part. You don't have to be super fit to do it. You just have to be very comfortable on a bike. I estimate it's going to take us about 12 hours in the saddle on the day. But it is a little bit of voluntary discomfort. It is a little bit of suffering. But the reward is its own reward. That's not a thing that human people say. The journey is its own reward. That's what I meant. Just imagine that I said that first so that I don't have to do a clean take and say it again because I am very tired. So, thank you for watching. And as always, good luck out there.